A new bill passed in Seattle has Washington residents jumping for joy. I have the details.
Tuesday morning, some cloud cover around the area, talking about some sunshine, but we also have some rain chances that I'll talk about. The complete forecast coming up.
And I'm Barry Roy live in Kennewick. We'll tell you all about the Gala Divine and we'll preview that event. Good Morning Northwest begins right now.
Live with the news you need to start your day. You're waking up with Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday and joining us for the 6 o'clock hour of Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Redinger.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Kristen Walls. I know yesterday looked like it was just about to rain with all the cloud cover that we had. No rain yesterday, but we might get some. We have a little bit of rain. I don't think we're going to stay mainly dry today, but let's take a look at the radar and satellite combined. We still have some cloud cover that we're dealing with early this morning. Some clearing, though, going on back to the west. We'll see more in the way of some clearing skies later on this afternoon. Some sunshine returning, but it will be a cooler day. Upper 60s, low 70s for many folks. And here's the way it's shaping up early this morning. We're at 46 in the Tri-Cities, Connell at 42, Walla Walla at 53, Pendleton, good morning to you, at 47, and Yakima, kind of one of our cooler spots in the map, at 40 degrees. Same thing in Ellensburg at 38. So the breakdown of your forecast as the kids head out to the bus stop early this morning, 40s and 50s. We should be up to near 72 degrees in the Tri-Cities this afternoon. Again, looking at more in the way of some sunshine returning for you later on in the day today. In Yakima, starting off at 46 degrees, heading up to 70 degrees later on this afternoon, and some cloud cover, a few peaks of some sunshine for Walla Walla. It will be a cooler day, starting off in the 40s and 50s, but heading up to near 70 degrees later on this afternoon. Talking more about the rain chances toward the middle of the work week. And what about your weekend forecast? I'll have that breakdown in the 7-day Jade in just a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Kristen. We are following breaking news into the KVEW newsroom this morning. As new information coming out about the attacks in New York and New Jersey. And authorities now saying the wife of the bombing suspect, Ahmad Rahami, left the United States a few days before those attacks. And now authorities are working with officials in Pakistan to get access to her, to question her about what she may have known. We'll continue to follow that this morning, and they'll follow it on Good Morning America as well. And following new information into the newsroom, Pasco police asking for your help this morning after they find a car on fire on the 200 block of West Margaret. Pasco police and fire arriving on scene to find a maroon 1994 Chevy Lumina fully engulfed in flames. Investigators saying that this fire is suspicious, and they're asking anyone with information to call the Pasco Police Department. You're looking at video from the Pasco Police Department's Facebook page there. And Washington State Patrol telling us that DUIs in the Tri-Cities are on a significant rise. In the first 6 months of the year, they're up 68%. And as one trooper says, alcohol isn't the only problem.
And then we also have an increase of people driving under the influence of marijuana as well. So it's kind of a tri-effect here that we've having problems with. So we really want to get the word out. Please, when you're behind the wheel, drive sober and pay attention.
WSP telling us the most dangerous DUI spots are Highway 240 between Hanford and Kennewick, along with Interstate 182 in Richland and Pasco, and near the Blue Bridge on Highway 395. Well, a big victory for some Hanford whistleblowers out of the courtroom. A judge saying a contractor they worked for retaliated against them for raising safety concerns. The judge saying managers ignored the two men who said a new software could overlook important health information for people working at the nuclear reservation. Well, those two men were removed from their jobs in September of 2012, and now the judge awarding them $216,000 plus legal fees. In a news from around the Northwest, a 9-year-old girl in Tacoma has received a load of insults on a school-issued app. The app allows teachers to grade students on a daily basis, but instead of being graded, this little girl ended up being berated. Annie Andrews reports from Tacoma.
She got +1 for being responsible, and this is by the teacher.
Friday's report card for 4th grader Amaya was glowing.
Another +1 for being responsible and +1 for persistence.
Amaya received computer time that night. That's how her mom, Daryl Ann Pease, decides.
I told her about the app, and we have been going over it each day, and so she gets computer time based off of that app.
Pease received a notification over the weekend. Her daughter had a new report card on Class Dojo. She logged into the app.
-5 for having a big butt. Oh my God, how can somebody write this about a student, you know, a child that young. Why would anybody want to say this?
Little Amaya was getting rated and berated by someone who says they are a teacher at her school.
She just was crying and really hurt and was asking why the teacher thought she was a bitch and why were they talking about her butt.
We reached out to the district. They confirmed there's not a teacher at the school with that name. They say they will now be investigating the incident, working with staff and family. Pease is hoping it's a hacker's cruel joke, but she's not laughing.
Even if it was a prank or a hoax or whatever it was, to write that about somebody's child is not okay.
She says it's devastated her daughter, and she's worried another will be hurt too.
And you know, with all the suicides going on right now, I think it's a big issue for somebody's self-esteem to read that.
And in more news from the west side of the state, Seattle passing a new law for hourly workers scheduling rules. The law was unanimously passed yesterday, and it mandates retail and food service employers that they must schedule shifts 14 days in advance and pay workers for extra for last-minute scheduling changes. That law applies to retail and fast food companies with 500 employees. The city also phased in a $15 hourly minimum wage and mandated sick leave for many companies. And in news from across the world this morning, the United Nations has suspended all aid convoys in Syria after an airstrike hit a fleet of trucks carrying food to a rebel-held area near Aleppo on Monday. We reported to you yesterday about those attacks. Well, the UN humanitarian aid spokesman saying as an immediate security measure, other convoy movements in Syria have been suspended for the time being, pending further assessment of the security situation. He also said the UN had only recently received permission from the Syrian government to deliver aid to those besieged areas of the country. And more than 400 people evacuated from a Saudi airplane this morning after a reported hijacking that sparked a huge security operation at the Manila airport. The pilot informed air traffic controllers that the aircraft was, quote, under threat as it came to land in the Philippines this morning, but authorities later said there was no danger. Officials saying a hijack warning button was repeatedly pressed by flight crews, sparking the mobilization of security forces and isolation procedures. Saudi Arabian Airlines attributed to the incident, saying that it was a false alarm for hijacking in a statement that they released this morning. Well, back here locally, Trios Health's 2016 Gala Divine is happening in just a few weeks, and Trios is extending the invitation out to you.
And the theme this year is Starry, Starry Night, and they're looking to raise funds to help expand the Family Birthing Center. Barry Roy joins us this morning with more on the big event. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, they're very excited about this event, and they should be. 450 people attended last year. Over $200,000 was raised. And of course, it is black tie optional, but I wore my black tie, so you should wear yours because it'll be a fun event. Mandy Wallner joining me this morning. And Mandy, let's talk about, number one, the importance of this event, not only to Trios, but to this community.
Well, I think anytime the community can get together behind a cause is important, and being that we're the community hospital in the area, healthcare is such an important need of everybody that I think it touches everyone. So to get the dignitaries and community supporters out with their leaders to make friends and build relationships is really key.
And a good way to build a relationship is by eating some food. And
Right.
there is going to be some good food here. You were just telling me what's on the menu. You're just able to wrap that up last week. Talk to us about what is being served and what is on the menu for the big Gala Divine.
Well, we have a lovely mixed plate with a chimichurri chicken and a short rib with a awesome demi glaze. The convention center is going to do it up right for us. Of course, potato, vegetable, everything. And then you get to dash for your dessert. So that'll be the best fun, I think, of the evening.
So the dash for dessert. So tell us what exactly the dash for dessert is for those that don't know.
Well, so everybody's sitting in groups of 10, and as a table, they can bid on their dessert, and the table that raises the most money is the one that gets to go first, and usually ends up with the best looking or tasting dessert. So.
Yeah, I think she mentioned it. What she had said was it was going to be there's always the really good one, and then there's the redheaded stepchild cake. Is there something along those lines?
I would never have said
She didn't say that. I think I made that up. Real quickly, how can people come out and enjoy this event?
They can come out by table or by an individual. They can purchase tickets, and they go through our website or call me direct on the phone, and I'm happy to get them some help.
She will move you in the right direction. Now, I think the thing I'm most excited about's got to be that dash for your dessert. That sounds like fun. Jade, I will challenge you to a foot race for whatever cake they're going to be serving. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Bring it on, Barry.
Right? I love to see that. You guys go ahead. You make the dish for the dessert.
Well, because we know you'd beat both of us, so you can't play. You'll just eat all the chocolate we bring back.
That's exactly right. As long as it's chocolate,
Your
get a smile on my face. And
I know. Well, check this out. A feisty Washington retiree wasn't in the mood to be carjacked, because who is, right? So she single-handedly foiled the crime with a good old-fashioned foot stomping.
There you go. The 74-year-old woman was at her car in the lot of the Redmond Trader Joe's when an armed man tried to take her car, but she stomped on his foot and he ran away. She later told police, quote, "It's not on my agenda to have my car stolen today."
Hey, when you have a calendar, you got to keep it.
Exactly. The suspect later stole another car, which he crashed. Despite a police search with officers and a dog, the carjacker got away.
Good for her, though.
Good, yeah.
Because whose agenda is it on to have their car stolen? Not
no
mine.
one's agenda.
No.
74-year-old, good for her.
Taking matter into her own hands. I like it.
Well, we have rainfall on the way over the next couple of days. So I'll time it all out, let you know what to expect with Futurecast coming up.
All right, it's starting to feel like fall.
It really
isn't it?
is.
We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Live with the news you need to start your day. You're waking up with Good Morning Northwest. Live with the news you need to start your day. You're waking up with Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is currently 6:17 and we're talking about some cooler temperatures moving in. I know it's felt like it, at least a lot like fall last couple of days, but here is our setup. This is the jet stream that we're looking at. So anytime it takes that dive further to the south, this means cooler than average temperatures around the area. This is actually the jet stream around the area late in the work week. So we're going to have upper 60s, even some low 70s Wednesday, Thursday, and even as we head into Friday. So we're talking about those cooler temperatures for much of the Pacific Northwest before we're going to warm things back up by the weekend. So there's some good news, at least heading in our direction. Here's a look at those temperatures to get you out the door this morning. 46 in the Tri-Cities. Hermiston, you're at 49 degrees. Yakima, 40 degrees. And Toppenish, good morning to you. 46 degrees as well. Now, as far as the wind speeds go, I know it was a windy day yesterday. We're looking at those winds a little bit better today. Not quite as breezy, maybe between 10 to 15 miles per hour around the area. Some cloud cover that we're dealing with on the radar and satellite combined. No rainfall to talk about just yet, but we may have a very slight chance for an isolated rain shower or even thunderstorm to pop up in the eastern slopes of the Cascades. So again, here's this low pressure system that's provided some unsettled weather across the west coast, Seattle, and down toward Portland. Eventually, this low pressure system moves in our direction, but that won't happen until late in the day tomorrow and also for your day on Thursday. Thursday will be our best chance for some rain showers. Temperatures around the Pacific Northwest, 46 in Spokane. Bend's coming in at 43 degrees. Portland sitting in at 47. So kind of a closer look at what we're going to expect for the next couple of days here with Futurecast. Notice here some cloud cover moving in and even a slight chance for that shower on the eastern slopes of the Cascades later on this afternoon. But looking at a little bit of some sunshine returning for the Tri-Cities, even for Walla Walla this afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s. So we will be below average for today. Heading into your Wednesday, probably that sunny start, but the cloud cover again increasing toward the afternoon. And this is when we'll have our best chance for, again, those showers to develop. Just a few showers around the area for Wednesday afternoon. Same thing throughout our day on Thursday. Here's a look at the high temperatures for today. 70 in Toppenish. Same thing in Yakima, Cle Elum at 64. Tri-Cities, you're coming in at 72 today. Hermiston at 71. And then Walla Walla looking at a high temperature near 70 with Pendleton at 69 degrees. So partly cloudy sky for tonight. Temperatures in the mid to even upper 40s overnight. And that breakdown here of their 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Slight rain chance Wednesday into Thursday. But as I mentioned, we'll start to warm things back up just in time for your weekend with a lot more sunshine returning. 77 on Saturday. 80 degrees on Sunday, and a breakdown of that 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chance tomorrow afternoon, better rain chance on Thursday. Thursday will be the high 72 degrees, but then things start to climb back up. 77 on Saturday, and Jade, a beautiful looking day on Sunday, near 80 degrees. First official day of fall on Thursday.
I love it. It's really starting to feel like it around here as well.
It really has.
And our fire season really slowing down here locally, but that's not the case still around some areas of the country. Firefighters working through the night to battle a wildfire at an Air Force base out of California. The blaze at the Vandenberg base has grown to more than 4,500 acres. The Canyon fire you see here currently at 0% contained. About 50 civilian families in the area have been asked to evacuate the area, although they are being told right now that no structures are actually being threatened at this point. They are still asked to evacuate. You can see this fire burning out of California, that Air Force base, 0% contained. So we'll of course continue to follow it and keep you updated on that this morning. And as we head to break, an unarmed black man in Oklahoma shot dead by police at a traffic stop. Why his family is speaking out this morning. That's all coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
She has these crazy ideas. Like, I think you should do this for the morning show.
It's like that movie.
No. I mean, I tried to do skydiving, and Brian squashed that one like a bug. He's like, I'll run it up the flagpole. But the big suits, because you never know, if that parachute doesn't open and you hit the ground and you're on company time, it's a lawsuit.
Or talk to Remax about their tethered hot air balloon rides.
And then it catches on fire. No. You saw what happened.
Okay, yeah, mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the only one.
Welcome back at 6:24. Here's a quick look at some of today's top stories on Good Morning Northwest. Some horrifying video from Tulsa police showing the moments before an officer shot and killed Terrence Crutcher. He was unarmed when he was fatally shot Friday during a traffic stop. According to the Tulsa Police Department, he didn't comply with their commands and he reached inside of his vehicle. Police said one of the officers first used a stun gun on Crutcher, then another officer fatally shot him. Crutcher's sister says the family has seen the video of the shooting and wants charges brought against that officer. Tulsa Police Department identifying that officer as Betty Shelby, who is now on paid administrative leave. Tulsa's police chief said the video was disturbing and very difficult to watch. And this surveillance video gives a whole new meaning to the term caught red-handed. A doorbell camera catches a burglar moments before he broke into a Dallas home and even recorded him as he ran away with a stolen purse and wallet. The burglar was scared away when the homeowners noticed the intruder in their home. Police have yet to identify that burglar this morning. And lunch shaming. It's when schools deny hot lunches to students whose parents have overdrawn accounts. Well, instead, they're given a cold cheese sandwich. It's a new policy at a Pittsburgh school district. Former lunch lady Stacy Kolitska was busy working when she gave a hot lunch to a young boy with an overdrawn account. She was then forced to take his lunch away, and his face filled with tears. The superintendent, they're saying before the policy was enacted, more than 300 families owed lunch money, but as of last Friday, that number went down to just 68 families. And in this morning's consumer news, before you get ready for breakfast, you want to let go of that Eggo. About 10,000 cases of Eggo Nutri-Grain whole wheat waffles are a part of a 25-state recall that Kellogg Company says the waffles could be contaminated with listeria. The recalled waffles are available in 10-count packages with the best if used by date of November 21st and 22nd of 2017. There haven't been any reports of illnesses yet, but Kellogg asking consumers to throw those affected products away. Consumers can obtain a full refund by contacting Kellogg by phone or on the company's website at kellogg.com. And the CEO of Wells Fargo expected to apologize before a congressional panel today for betraying customers' trust. The bank has been dealing with the fallout over allegations that it opened millions of unauthorized accounts, moved the money into them, and signed customers up for online banking in order to meet sales targets. Well, CEO John Stumpf in a prepared remark saying he is deeply sorry the bank failed to meet its responsibility to customers and didn't act sooner to end this, quote, unacceptable activity. And driving regulations for self-driving cars will be issued today. The Department of Transportation will release the guidelines for testing and deployment of the automated vehicles. The new guidelines show how the vehicles should perform and include a model for state policies. The regulations come just weeks after Uber began test driving their self-driving cars in Pittsburgh. And General Motors announcing that all of the new all-electric Chevy Bolts will cost under $30,000. That's instead of the original price tag of $37,495. The announcement comes after the government said they would issue a $7,500 federal credit for purchasing electric vehicles. Well, as we take a live look outside, courtesy of the SkyCam, Kristen Walls will be back with a look at your forecast after the break. Pasco police needing your help this morning after a suspicious fire broke out overnight. We have the details.
And we have some cloud cover early this morning. What about rain chances? We have a few days in the forecast with some rain. I'll have that complete forecast coming up.
And I'm Barry Roy, live in Kennewick. We're talking about the Gala Divine for Trios, how you can be a part of it. You're waking up with Good Morning Northwest.
Live with the news you need to start your day. You're waking up with Good Morning Northwest.
Thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday and joining us for the 6:30 half hour of Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Redinger.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Kristen Walls. Not a bad day expected overall.
No, but it's definitely starting to feel like fall. We're just 2 days away from the first
2 days
official
away
day.
and counting out. Arrives on Thursday, and outside right now we actually have some cloud cover that we are going to deal with to start off your day, but I think a little bit more in the way of some sunshine should be returning later on this afternoon. So here's a look at what we're tracking early this morning. Some cloud cover to start off your morning. No rainfall that we're talking about. May have a few rain showers or even a stray thunderstorm popping up on the eastern slopes of the Cascades, but that should be about it for today. As far as temperatures go, 38 degrees in Ellensburg. Toppenish, good morning to you, 46 degrees. Hanford at 49, Tri-Cities at 46. Walla Walla, our warm spot, relatively speaking, on the map at 53 degrees. So here's the forecast as the kids head out to the bus stop for today. 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to be starting off near 55 degrees. Later on this afternoon, 72 degrees with a little bit more in the way of some sunshine returning for you. In Yakima, starting off this morning at 46 degrees. Cloud cover early on, but the sunshine returns later on this afternoon. Numbers near 70 degrees. And for Walla Walla, clouds, some sunshine, a few peaks of some sunshine expected for you throughout the day today, starting off at 56 degrees, but later on this afternoon, climbing up to near 70 degrees. Again, the rain chances will be moving in next couple of days, so I'll time it all out with Futurecast, let you know what to expect, Jade, in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Kristen. Following breaking news this morning, new information coming in about the attacks in New York and New Jersey. Authorities now saying the wife of the bombing suspect, Ahmad Rahami, left the United States a few days before the attacks. Authorities now working with officials in Pakistan to get access to her so they can ask her questions about what she may have known. Something that, of course, we'll continue to follow, and they'll continue to follow this morning on Good Morning America coming up at 7. And new information into the newsroom, as well as Pasco police asking for your help this morning after finding a car on fire at the 200 block of West Margaret. Pasco police and fire arriving on scene to find a maroon 1994 Chevy Lumina fully engulfed in flames. You're looking at the video here from the Pasco Police Department's Facebook page. Investigators saying that this fire is suspicious, and they're asking anyone with information to call the Pasco police. And in other local news, 3 toddlers safe at home this morning, but in just 1 week, they were all found wandering the busy streets of the Tri-Cities. Take a look. This is little Manuel. He was the latest, and he was found in Pasco yesterday. He was wandering around the area. He wandered into the Pasco Police Department while his dad was taking a shower. Before that, 2 toddlers found wandering in Kennewick. The first, a little girl on US 395, and over the weekend, another on North Edison. The mothers for those 2 children are facing charges because they were napping during the time that those children left the home. And bringing our community back together, a local business stepping in to help another restaurant torn apart by burglars and then a fire. Owners of the Downtown Diner in Kennewick are recovering after a devastating week. An employee found a fire when opening up the restaurant on Friday morning. The diner's closed until further notice, and the owners can't even go inside right now to assess the damage.
We don't know the extent of the damage. We don't know how long it'll be before we can even get in and start to work on restoration. Unfortunately, I mean, our employees are our friends, and we don't even know when we'll be able to have them back.
But now the Village Bistro in Kennewick is supporting the Downtown Diner and holding a fundraiser for them on September 24th, donating 10% of sales to help them get back on their feet. In your school news this morning, a project helped by a Washington State University Tri-Cities professor is getting $1.5 million to help. Amy McDuffie works in the College of Education, and she's pushing for mathematical modeling in elementary schools. That means more hands-on and visual learning tools to teach kids through math graphs, patterns, and diagrams. All the real-world examples for how to apply math skills. She says those tools are usually saved for high school and college, but that young kids will see the most benefit early on from that application. Funding will help teachers around the region with research and tools to help kids succeed. And tomorrow, the Richland School District officials are headed to Washington, D.C. The superintendent plans to meet with congressional leaders and learn the status of federal funding for the district. Now, when Hanford was taken off of the city's tax roll 20 years ago, the federal government agreed to supplement funding, but recent funds are now delayed by about $2 million. No word yet on when that money might come through, but that's why the district is headed straight to the source to find out this week. And the Columbia Basin College Hawks are back in class, and yesterday was the first day of classes for 6,664 students. This is a 1% increase in enrollment from last year. Students are excited to continue their college career, and some are even starting early, taking classes in the Running Start program while still in high school.
I've pretty much been nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know if classes will be hard, assignments and all that, and then getting lost on campus, but I mean, it's pretty easy. Overall, I'd say that everything's going well.
I'm a new faculty member here at CVC, and I'm so excited. I'm teaching sociology and have so many enthusiastic students. I'm just looking forward to a great term.
And you met her there, AJ, a new professor coming all the way from Iowa to join the college as a Hawk. Well, Kristen, one of Trios's biggest events of the year is just around the corner, and all of you at home are invited to attend.
Yeah, that's right. The Trios Foundation Gala Divine is a black tie optional event held annually in the fall to benefit programs, equipment, and services at Trios Health. Barry Roy joins us this morning with a preview. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning, guys. That's right. It is black tie optional, but I did remember my black tie. So, and from what I hear, when people attend this event, they do wear their black ties. Lisa Teskey joining me from Trios this morning, and talk to us from your standpoint. How important is this upcoming event?
Very important. We really appreciate the efforts of the Trios Foundation in supporting the Family Birthing Center. The expansion is very necessary. Right now we have 18 private birthing suites. The expansion is going to allow us 12 additional postpartum rooms.
And one of the things that I think is really, really cool, and maybe a lot of people didn't have, you know, the knowledge, but you guys have an infant security system here. That's something that's also happening in the upgrades as well.
Yes, so we have one already in the birthing center. It's a requirement. You really need to have that to protect babies from being abducted and switches and various things like that. So yes, the expansion upstairs will include a state-of-the-art infant security system. Little babies will have little bands on them, and the system's constantly monitoring where they're located in the birthing center so you can keep track of them. And
so, guys, as I send it back to you guys, one thing that Lisa did remind me about that I didn't talk about previously, there are some local wineries that are going to be at this gala as well. You don't want to miss that, because Jade and Kristen, I know how much you guys like your wine, so that'll be there as well. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Guilty as charged, but another thing we love just as much, pumpkin.
Oh, yes.
Anything
leading up to fall, I love.
I know,
pumpkin
it's fantastic.
Spice, pumpkin lattes.
And it's only 2 days away now, fall, but it's not stopping some people from celebrating just a couple days early. Take a look at this.
Yeah, the Great Pumpkin Regatta, where local restaurants use the fall season to navigate the mighty Milwaukee River. Each team hollows out their own giant 800-pound pumpkin. Maybe decorate the outside, and you won't believe this. They hop inside and race down the river.
Yeah, they use their pumpkin as a boat.
That's
hilarious.
It's amazing. They race down part of Cedarburg's annual Wine and Harvest Festival. The race doesn't last long, but the memories won't be squashed. After all, the regatta is the best kind of Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
I know, right?
Just pulling them out. Just pulling them out this morning. You know, I said it earlier, if anyone has an 800-pound pumpkin, let us know.
We haven't checked our email just yet, so maybe someone has already emailed us.
Yeah, if you have one, let us know, because Kristen and I are more than willing to use it as a boat. And
we're up for the challenge.
Make our way down the Columbia River.
Give you a good laugh. We always love to give you a good laugh.
Hey, it's what we do best at times. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's now time to raise the flag here on Good Morning Northwest.
Here's Mrs. Peralt's second grade class at Lewis and Clark Elementary School with the Pledge of Allegiance.
For generations, our kids have began their day with the Pledge of Allegiance. At Archibald's, we like that tradition. We proudly support Raise the Flag.
live with the news you need to start your day. You're waking up with Good Morning Northwest.
And thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. It is currently 6:44, feeling a lot like fall. I know we've been counting down the days until that first official day of fall. We're now 2 days away. It arrives on Thursday at 7:21 in the morning. These days have been below average, low 70s expected for the next couple of days. And yes, we have some cloud cover that we're still tracking around the area. And that cloud cover, though, has helped some of our temperatures out there early this morning, acting like a blanket, preventing a lot of that heat from radiating out into space. But numbers right now, 46 in the Tri-Cities, Connell at 39 degrees, Hermiston 49, Toppenish at 46. Good morning to you in Cle Elum at 40 degrees, again at the 6 o'clock hour. Here's a look at the radar and satellite combined. At least the wind gusts right now, not too bad. Not as bad as yesterday. It has been a breezy day last couple of days. You can see that cloud cover that I'm talking about on the radar and satellite together. We will have maybe a chance for a few light rain showers on the eastern slopes of the Cascades later on in the day today. That should be about it. Our best chance for rain will be arriving late tomorrow and into our day on Thursday. And here's the reason why. Low pressure system sitting off the coast. Right now there's some light rain showers from Seattle all the way down toward Portland. I know there's some light returns showing up near the Tri-Cities, not reaching the ground, mainly just some cloud cover for us early this morning. Temperatures right now 46 in Spokane, Bend coming in at 45, and Seattle sitting in at 51 degrees this morning. So as we head throughout the morning hours, we should see some cloud cover. Eventually the clouds will break apart. More sunshine returning this afternoon, except for back toward Yakima, Cle Elum, maybe a very slight chance for the isolated rain shower to pop up for you. As we head into Wednesday, sunny start, but the clouds will start to move in later on in the afternoon, and that slight chance for a stray shower toward Wednesday tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Temperatures still on the cooler side tomorrow in the upper 60s and low 70s. So here's the breakdown for today. 70 degrees in Yakima, same thing in Toppenish, Ellensburg at 66. Prosser near 70 degrees, Hanford at 73, and Tri-Cities looking at that high temperature of 72 degrees. Dayton at 67, with Walla Walla coming in near 70 degrees. For tonight, it will be a chilly night, partly cloudy, temperatures down into the 40s for many folks. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Slight chance for a stray shower late in the day tomorrow into your day on Thursday. Temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s, looking much better for your weekend. Some sunshine returning. Should be at 77 on Saturday, near 80 degrees on Sunday. And that breakdown of the 7-day forecast for Yakima. Slight chance for that shower late Wednesday and into Thursday. Notice there Thursday with a high of 72, but we'll slowly start to see the sunshine returning with 77 on Saturday, near 80 degrees on Sunday. So overall, on a bad weekend, we're going to make up for kind of the messy weather that we'll have throughout the work week this weekend.
Sure, no, not too bad at all, but that's not the case. As you're saying, there is a storm kind of making its way in the Atlantic right now.
Yeah, we have Tropical Storm Carl, which has formed. I know it's been an active season out in the Atlantic. The Pacific has been seeing some activity forming, but this is Tropical Storm Carl. It's expected to strengthen, I should say, into hurricane status late in the work week, eventually brush by Bermuda, and thankfully head out to sea, so not a direct impact.
Shouldn't make much landfall impact.
No, well, some rough seas maybe as we head into this upcoming weekend for the East Coast, but that should be about it. But of course, we'll continue to keep you posted on Tropical Storm Carl.
Yes, and now out of Wisconsin, they are having some impact because of their weather.
Yeah, they had a line of some storms moving on through yesterday, and that provided with some hail in some locations, even stacking up, looking a lot like snow.
Oh, yeah.
Like this photo behind me. It looks like they've had some winter weather already, but that's not the case.
No, just some hail.
Yeah, looking better, though, as they head throughout the day today in Wisconsin.
Good, sounds good. All right, we're going to take a quick break and be right back after this. Welcome back at 6:51. New information this morning is Pasco police asking for your help after they found a car on fire at the 200 block of West Margaret. You're looking at video that the Pasco Police Department posted on their Facebook page. The fire is suspicious. Pasco police and fire arriving on scene to find this maroon 1994 Chevy Lumina fully engulfed in flames. Investigators saying it's suspicious, and they're asking anyone with information to contact the Pasco Police Department. And following some more new information about the attacks in New York and New Jersey, authorities now saying the wife of the bombing suspect, Ahmad Rahami, left the United States a few days before the attack. Authorities now working with officials in Pakistan to get access to her so they can ask her questions about what she may have known about those attacks. Of course, we'll continue to follow that story here on KVEW, and there'll be much more right ahead at 7 a.m. on Good Morning America. Time for us to take a quick break. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Kristen Walls will have a last check at your forecast as you head out the door. How much time are we coming back with? I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sharknado.
It's a weather person wearing green.
Beautiful start to the day, but a little cloudy there, Kristen.
Yeah, we'll have some cloud cover to start off your day, but I think we'll still see some sunshine on and off. More sunshine expected later on this afternoon. Chilly start, many folks starting off in the 40s and 50s, but later on this afternoon, here's the breakdown of your forecast. For the Tri-Cities, we'll be up into the low 70s later on this afternoon. Even for Yakima, I think overall, no matter where you're at today, you're going to be below average. But again, some cloud cover, some sunshine later on. Upper 60s, low 70s for Yakima. For Walla Walla, more cloud cover, I think, expected for you. Temperatures later on this afternoon near that 70-degree mark. But you're starting off early this morning with temperatures in the 50s. Those changes arriving as we head Tomorrow afternoon and even into our day on Thursday, we'll have some rain showers moving in. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but this is the time of the year we start to see a lot of changes.
Oh yeah, the trees already starting to change. I mean, we're 2 days away from fall, and it's really starting to feel like it.
It really is. But the good news is, for your upcoming weekend, the sunshine will eventually return in upper 70s to near 80 degrees for Saturday and also for Sunday. So there is some improvements here in the 7-day forecast.
That's good. Be a nice little weekend. Make up for last weekend when we had those kind of crazy winds and some rain hitting us.
I know. Well, let's talk more about this pumpkin that we're trying to find real quick, because we had the story about the 800-pound pumpkin. We're still willing, if anybody has an 800-pound pumpkin they'd like to donate to us.
I would say 500 plus pounds. If you have a pumpkin that's 500 pounds or more, let us know, because we are more than willing to hollow it out and decorate it and hop inside and float down the Columbia.
Okay. We're willing to do that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Anything for you, our viewers, our people.
We'll get it on camera, and who knows what'll happen. Hopefully we don't sink. That's hopefully something that happens.
Hopefully. We'll wear our life jackets, but if you have a pumpkin, let us know, because we would love to get our hands on it and float down the river. Thanks for waking up with us this morning on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.